This video I'm going to take a look at and use some of the Apache protective cases being sold at Harbor Freight. Starting with the 4800 case, I'm going to use this for a video production kit that has a couple cameras, a 360-degree camera, and some microphones. The instruction to customize this suggests that I use a marker or soft pencil to draw an outline of the items that I'll be storing in here, but I'll just ignore that since I like to do it differently. How it works is the main foam is perforated into small square blocks that you will remove where you want the item to go in the case. This 4800 case has 3 layers of foam in the main part and one piece for the top that you may want to use a glue spray on since it doesn't seem to stay in place. So to customize the inserts, I'll take the top layer from the main part out and use the items going in to see where I need to take the blocks out. With the item on top, I'll keep my thumb where I need to begin and then I just start removing the blocks from there. I want to make sure I keep enough foam on the outside so the items inside will have plenty of cushion if I accidentally drop the case. I also like to keep using the item to check the fit after I pull a full square out, and then take more out after I'm sure it's not too much. So after I have the first layer customized to fit my item, I'm going to start on the second layer by using the first as a template. Once I have both layers lined up, I'll start removing the second layer foam by pulling each square piece back away from the piece I want to keep. Then after the pieces I want to remove are pulled back, I can easily group them together and pull them out in chunks to match the top layer. I insert the foam layers back in the case and then pull out several more pieces so the item fits a little better. So now that I have the foam customized, I'm going to work on the area that I want to put my second item. And since it's identical to the first item, I'm just going to flip the top layer around so I can use it as a template again. So I just make sure the inserts are lined up again and then pull out all the foam blocks I want to remove so they match. Then I can just flip over both pieces, make sure they're still lined up, and do the same thing for the other side so it matches as well. And after I have that done, I put both inserts back into the case and check to see how well my items fit. I'm very happy with the results, so I start planning out where I'm going to put my third item. And once I know where it will go, I start taking out the foam pieces of the top layer so it will fit as snug as the other two items. This one is much easier since it doesn't have an odd shape and won't require me to tear pieces out of the second layer. So I check to make sure I can close the lid all the way before I customize for the last item I'll be keeping in here. And it does without a problem, so now I figure out where I want to put this fourth item and take out the pieces so it can fit. And now look at the 3800 case, which is smaller in size and doesn't have latches on the sides like the 4800 does. It feels just as durable though, and also comes with the pressure relief valve and holes for locks to the left and right of the handle. I'll be customizing this one for my drone and 360 camera attachment, which is essentially the same process as I showed with the 4800, so I'll speed through me figuring this one out. This one ends up being a little more challenging than the camera kit because some of these items have more complex shapes. This is especially true for the bottom of the drone since it has legs that it lands on, so I'll have to customize the foam below to be very different than the foam above it. So as you can see, I end up putting foam back, but I lay it on its sides next to each other so it's not as deep. But I leave some foam out so the legs can still go more than the body of the drone. Now I get the controller wrong at first because it's too tall to fit all the way down in the case, so I end up having to try a different way to get it to work. I have to put one piece back, which I thought I would have to end up gluing, but it stays in place just fine. This drone and camera attachment has a lot of smaller parts for it, so they end up fitting really well where I first try to put the controller. They don't all fit in there though, so I have to make room above and to the left of it. I'm not really comfortable only having one foam block from the sides, but I don't really have a choice with this one. I get most everything in but some spare parts, so I'm happy with how this customization turned out. And finally a look at the 2800 case, which I've already customized, so I'm just going to show you what I'm keeping in it to save time. I have my mini PC to the left, an external hard drive to the right, and a USB stick fitted into an area where I can pull out more foam to make room for bigger items I may need. Before I wrap up this video, I want to show you a couple features that you may want to know more about. This knob on the front is the pressure relief valve for which you can turn in case you travel to places where the air pressure changes and you have a hard time opening the case. And finally, to the left and right of the handle, there are a couple metal holes for if you want to put locks in them to help keep the items inside safe. Hopefully this video has helped, and feel free to ask any questions that you still may have in the comments. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe for more quick and on-point videos.